Right, so the next step now, after taking that thing apart, is to take these outside bits and spray them body colour. I've bought body colour paint for the car to do some touch-ups, but I thought I'd use a little bit on these two, and it'll look really cool once it's done. So I'm going to spray these. I've made my own little spray booth here. Let's get going. So the paint I got is from Paints For You. It's genuine body colour paint, made custom order. So slightly more expensive than normal paint, but should be perfect for this. So that's the first coat of paint done there. It's putting it on nice and thin to ensure consistent layering, but looks good already. It's a very wide spread, this can, as you can see. I did a few sprays there, swiping across from left to right, right to left, and it's left a big mark. So just wait for this to dry out a bit before I apply the next coat, and we'll go from there. Right, so the second coat is now done. As you can see, an extra added layer. See if we can get a bit closer there, get some nice reflections on it. It's still wet, but looks pretty good. So again, I'll wait for that to dry. You can see I'm holding it up there by nuts. So yeah, let's wait for that to dry, and then we'll do another coat. So for any of you wondering, I thought I'd give you a look at the paint and what it's called. You can see the colour code there, cherry red. Used on the Rover group, and it's 400 millilitres, so it should be enough for doing this job and also doing my car. But yeah, it's from Paints For You, so go check them out if you need custom paint for your car. They're one of the only places I could find this paint from at most reasonable price. Right, so we are now on the third coat, which I need to do now, but it's looking good, nice and smooth. As you can see, I've got this little thing here. But yeah, let's get the third coat on, and I'll give an update after that. Right, so that is the next coat done. As you can see, it's all nice and shiny there. And we've got the car over here. I'm just testing out this new lens I've got, which looks pretty good actually. So yeah, I am actually at the moment just working out how exactly the steering wheel bolt comes out there. I've taken out the centre cap, as you can see down here, for the steering wheel, and just working out if we've got something that can take off this gigantic bolt. So I will continue to do that whilst I wait for this next layer of paint to dry, and I'll give you an update after that. So I've done, 3 coats now, and I think they're looking pretty good. I might sand them down a bit with like 2000 grit sandpaper, just to get rid of any bumps, and I'll do another coat. So let's grab some sandpaper and we'll go from there. So I've got my piece of 2000 grit sandpaper here, and I'm just going to place it down. I'm going to grab these here, which should be relatively dry. They look pretty good if you look at them. And I'll just go over like this, just get out any bumps or anything created by the paint, or any like molecules or particles that have been put on it, and then we'll go for another layer. So I'm not really adding any pressure here, really just kind of like moving it back and forth off the surface to really smooth finish, and get any like bumps or any areas where the paint may have built up a bit more than others, and just make it look really nice really. I'll be adding some lacquer afterwards that I just bought from Halfords, so it should give it a nice gloss finish and look exactly like the car. So they're all sanded down now. As you can see, there's kind of areas where it's been sanded a bit, and just made it all nice and smooth now. It's got a perfect layer of paint on top of it, perfectly smooth, that is, not perfect coverage. But yeah, we'll go for a few more coats now, and then wait for it to dry to apply the lacquer. Right, the next coat is on now after the sanding, and it's looking pretty good, much smoother this time. So I'm going to add another coat here, and then we'll get back to other things. Right, so I'm going to end this video here because my next issue is going to be making new keys cut. These are the original keys, you can see here on my lovely watch strap key ring, but I don't want to use the original keys to put into this monstrosity. So what I'm going to do is get some new keys cut, and I'll do that probably the next day. But yeah, part 2 will be me getting new keys cut and then working out how on earth I cut these keys down to fit into the Swiss Army knife. So that was video 1 of this project. If you liked it, give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more.
Blessed